Yasu Malaka. Online dating sucks. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, Part 63.
A man of average attractiveness has to swipe right 200 times to get one coffee, and then 4 of those 5 coffees will ghost him. You can't tell women to lower their expectations, but this is the reality. When you ask a man if you could have a woman who had 80% of everything you wanted, 75% say, yeah, I'm on board. When you say to a woman, a man has 80% of what you want, 75% say that's not enough. But even look at the media. What does the media tell a woman to do? He's out. But he didn't open your door. He's not nice to his parents. Walk right out on that man. Like, it's little, every piece of media is, you don't need him. You're a strong, independent woman. Pull the ripcord. You're out. The basic kind of communication around this is, you are a strong, independent, powerful woman. That is wonderful. And quite frankly, you don't need the imperfect man. They're just not connecting. I read that on Tinder, a man of average attractiveness has to swipe right 200 times to get one coffee, and then 4 of those 5 coffees will ghost him. They will decide they don't want to meet him, or they won't show up. That means a guy of average attractiveness has to swipe right 1,000 times to get one coffee. Now, what does that tell that guy? Women don't value me. Women make me feel rejected. And then they go online and they see these misogynists telling them it's not your fault. And these men become much more prone to misogynistic content, much more prone to nationalistic content, blaming other people for the lack of economic opportunity. They start sequestering from society. I worry that we are literally evolving a new species of asexual, asocial male. And if a man by the age of 30 hasn't either lived with someone or married someone, there's a 1 in 3 chance he's going to have a substance abuse problem.
Woo! Rush, rush, get the yayo. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Let me just wipe this up here. Oh, Jesus. Whew. You can't even taste the fentanyl. But seriously, folks, I don't have a substance problem. Sure, I smoke a little weed here and there. I've only drank 7 times this year. Even the last time I drank, I had a couple and I just said, fuck it. But yes, there is a huge problem in today's online dating, or just in dating in general, but especially online. Because really think about it. And it's not just women, it's guys too. I mean, we all go online and we see all these clips, and yeah, the guy's right. Like, you don't need this person, you got to do your own thing, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, there's this expectation where if I find the perfect person, which will never happen, you will never find the perfect person. I don't do coke, by the way. I just want to point that out. These are all special effects here. That's pretty much the budget for special effects. But the point is, you're not going to find that perfect person. You're not. Okay? And like most lazy people, like most people in today's world in October 2025, we're just going to go online. And in many ways, I think I've said this before, going online and doing the whole online dating thing, it's basically like playing the lottery. It's a lazy person's way of trying to get rich. So it's a lazy person's way of trying to find a great relationship. And we've seen the movies, we've seen all this bullshit here and there, and, you know, we think to ourselves, okay, maybe we'll be one of the lucky ones. Maybe we will actually find somebody. The odds are you won't. Chances are it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a very lonely life for you if you try to find someone online. I mean, God bless you if you try. You know, if you believe in God, and believe me, I met a lot of people on online dating that do not believe in God, and they have a couple choice words for him or her. I still think it's a him because I still think there's no way a woman god would invent farting. But the point is, it's tough out there. It really is. And of course, I only want to do a few episodes on online dating, and I'm up to number 63. So is there a problem still? Yeah, absolutely. But hey, you know what? It's for entertainment purposes only. I tell these stories, because one, I have no life, and two, why not? Everyone else is doing it, so if like remember when your mother would say, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it? And just a spider, you say, yeah, I would. And now a lot of people do. They jump off the bridge, they tape themselves. A lot of people do stupid shit. They're about to do stupid shit, and then their phone flips out of their pocket, goes in the water. They're screwed, and and who cares? But the point is, let's just tell some stories here, and let's see if you can relate. Because a lot of what the guy said here is absolutely true. It is, and you know what? Who cares? Are we going to keep doing online dating? Of course we are. No one's going to step up and say, hey, we're going to start going to bars and clubs. And I mean, people still do that. Don't get me wrong. But, the price for drinks today, I mean, we're a lot of us are still recovering from COVID, and it still sucks. So, fuck it. I mean, you go online, it's free. But again, you get what you pay for. So, anyways, I'm just one person here. I'm it's just me and my bell here, and that's all. I'm just trying to entertain people. That's all. So again, to my 3 fans still listening after 400 shows, thank you very much. And again, if you want to support the channel, it is at the Malaka Podcast 416. Also, I have a channel, Chuck Norris. Yes, I have a Chuck Norris channel. Listen, Chuck's the man. I don't care what anybody says. It's at the Chuck Norris channel, original, I know. And if you go on TikTok, I've already been kicked off 3 times off TikTok, but fuck them. I'm going to keep adding shit. I don't care. So if you're on TikTok, and this is where I found this clip, by the way, so there you go. TikTok is good for something. It is at the Malaka Podcast 647. Yes, you're seeing a pattern here. 416-647, all area codes of the great Toronto city. It's a good city, don't get me wrong. I think our mayor is a little bit out of it, but, what are you going to do? Trust fund baby. Okay, so I came across this one profile here. And again, with a lot of these profiles, you can feel the frustration. You can feel the frustration in my voice. You can feel it, when you read these as well. And again, I completely understand. If you listen to, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd episode I did of online dating, computer love, I mean, I didn't pose as a woman. I didn't, fucking, put the high heels on or nothing. But I went kind of undercover there, and yeah, women go through a lot of shit. I mean, it is insane. So I definitely feel for women. Not that I didn't feel for women before, but now I really feel for them, because it is just. I mean, guys, we're fucking nuts. Let's just be honest. I mean, we'd fuck a hole in the wall if it winked at us. But the point is, she puts in bold letters right away, please read, 4 exclamation marks. She puts 2 exclamation marks, then a space, another 2. Why the space? Who knows? Work full time. Have a 21-year-old daughter. 2 cats. I drive my own car. I like going for walks, ice skating, although I don't do it often. I enjoy cooking. If you are or do under 5'11", or so let me just stop right there. So, I mean, chances are, I'm not going to lie, like if the average height for a guy is what, 8-ish, I think. I don't know. And that's the height that Wesley Snipes is. And I did a whole podcast about him. He's definitely an interesting guy. But yeah, you see, you see these people on the big screen there. They're not that big. But I mean, can Wesley Snipes, karate fuck the shit out of you? Absolutely. But But my point is, I mean, yes, for the most part, I always ask women, do you want a tall guy? They say no. But listen, just ladies, if you can tune out just for a second here. Guys, they want a tall guy. Okay, I remember one time, I think I told the story that I was dating a woman that was like 5'11", and then like my friend crossed the street there, it's like, hey, what's going on, da da da. And then after he left, she said, man, that guy's short as shit, So again, but she wasn't afraid to voice her opinion. But the point is, it's tough for the shorter guys out there, and I feel for you. I get it, For the most part, I think shorter guys are skinnier, I guess, and they can build muscle mass easier, I guess, kind of like the whole Mark Wahlberg thing, whatever. I would never get up at 4 a.m. to, I don't know, work out and pray, but I don't know. But then again, I don't know, maybe the praying got him all the money, I guess, and now he's got to deal with Netflix, and the movies aren't as good anymore. I like Mark Wahlberg. I'll do a whole podcast about him, but the point is, he, the short people, it's tougher. That's all. So, she is saying, look, I want a taller dude, I mean, would she be able to, like, would she be okay with someone who's 5'10", or is it like, does it have to be 5'11"? Because that next inch, is 6 feet. So, maybe it's a strategy. I don't know. Controlling or try to be. Now, this is where this confuses me. So, I think for the most part, and ladies, you can give me shit for saying this, but I think for the most part, I think women want a guy, that takes control. I think some of them do get turned on by that. And it works the same thing with guys. I think some guys love, for a woman to be in charge and all that. I mean, that's a person's fetish, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, who knows. But I don't know. Maybe she means just to, control his own shit, pay his own bills, whatever. So that I understand, because like I said, everything is very expensive nowadays, and it is just a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, especially living in Toronto, forget it. I've run the numbers. If you work a minimum wage job full time, that's barely covering rent. So I don't know how people live in Toronto and how long, even afford to date. And I'll tell you who's really making all the money now is like people like Starbucks and all these coffee shops, whatever. And I mean, I can't even tell you like how much money Dairy Queen has taken from me. I mean, the guy even said before, like, you talk to, and it's true, like, we're just, listen, I'm not going to lie to you, all right? I don't know how many times I've said that, but, I mean what I say. Sometimes when I'm swiping on the phone, and shut up, we've all done this, I don't even look at the pictures, okay? I'm just like, because at some point, I'm swiping constantly on my phone, and it gets to a point where I'm just seeing stupid pictures after stupid pictures. Like, literally, like, some people will just put up a drawing of themselves. They'll just put up a drawing. They'll put up a quote, like as their main profile picture. They'll put up a picture of a cat. One woman I saw the other day, she put up a picture of Bon Jovi. And I'm just doing this just to see like what's going on in this world, and nobody really cares. Are these all scams? Are these people that just don't give a shit? Who knows? But again, I've always said this, put a clear picture of your profile picture. Don't put a picture of somebody, or if you're with somebody. And how many profiles have we seen that we've seen somebody with someone else? Maybe her friend or her, maybe her ex. And again, if you take a profile picture with a guy, or like you're a girl and you're with a guy, we don't know if it's, your gay friend, your cousin, maybe an ex you're still living with and he's on the couch. Like, we don't know, but just put a clear picture, Some of these couples are looking for, I mean, that third person, for their threesome to run the camera. It's a whole fucking thing. But the point is, make that clear. So, again, I guess what I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen, is some people like controlling, some people don't. But I think I know what she means. Or maybe I don't. Who knows? Who cares? A hypocrite. Yeah. I don't want to date a hypocrite, do as I say, not as I do. I think that's bullshit. That's not fun. You know, if I'm dating a woman and she wants me to go down on her, that's cool. You know, you don't have to trim, but that's well. But then again, I grew up with like '80s, '90s Playboy, and eventually the forest got smaller and smaller, and then it just got burnt down. But if she doesn't give me head back, is she considered a hypocrite? Absolutely. So I understand. Live with your parents. I get it. Like I said before, I mean, I think people are going to live with their parents. Gen Z. I think these guys are going to live with their parents till, I don't know, 2040. I don't see any changes. I mean, unless they become a viral sensation, or I don't know what's that guy's name, Kai or Neon, or I don't know, whatever, fluorescent lights. I don't know, whatever these influencers that listen. All the power to these people. I don't have anything against you guys. I just don't. I'm being honest. I don't understand how you got famous, and I don't understand how people watch you, because I've seen some of these. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a few of them, and a lot of the times they're just sitting there and just doing nothing, just shooting the shit. And what's his name there? Neon, whatever. I don't know. He looks like. I don't know what the fuck does he look like. I don't know. He's got the. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen this many frosted tips since a Sugar Ray video. But he's just doing his best trying to get his awkward ass laid, and all the power to him. But I don't know how these guys make money. But the point is, I think a lot of, and they did a survey. What was it? I don't know if Harvard did it, but they asked high schoolers, nowadays, and they asked them, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And half of them said, I want to be an influencer. All of them aren't going to make it. I mean, some of them will, some of them won't. I've done over, including this one, 401 episodes of the podcast here. I've made dick all. I mean, it's just an audio podcast, but still, I mean, do I expect to get rich from this? Fuck no. Okay? By the way, I'd like to thank my 3 followers again. Thank you so much for that. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, she's a bit older, so maybe she'll find someone that lives on their own, or, has a best friend roommate that they don't want to detach to. But it could happen. I mean, it could happen. I mean, but, good luck. Underserved sense of entitlement. Oh boy. Okay. So back in my day, we used to call these guys pricks, but I listen. So, and again, it's not going to help this generation, because a lot of this generation, and again, I'm not trying to shit on Gen Z or whatever. I mean, I will say this: Gen Z is way more nicer than millennials. Millennials are fucking dicks compared to Gen Z, for sure. But if you give a kid an iPad at the age of 7, and they're going to see all these people making money, yeah, by the time they're 15, they're going to think that the world, owes them everything for basically nothing. And they haven't even finished high school yet. And yeah, it's a big problem in today's society, for sure. I'm not saying every kid is like this. I don't want to say every, teenager is like this, but in many ways, I can't blame them. I can't. I mean, so yeah, to find someone that does not have a sense of entitlement, oof, that's yeah, good luck with that. Especially in this world of online dating, people are bitter. And at the Starbucks months ago, I had a date, and I got 2 small coffees, and it cost like 12 something for fucking, like, I don't know, for like liquid beans. Like, I mean, fuck, man, I missed the boat on that one. But the point is, I missed the boat on that one. Is that considered a racial term? And again, this is a big problem in our society. See, now I gotta watch what I mean. In many ways, I don't care. I'm not fucking sponsored by anybody, so who gives a shit? But the point is, again, you gotta be careful what you say, whatever. And self or sense of entitlement, It's going to be hard to find somebody that doesn't have that. So again, good luck. And we're only halfway through our list. Holy shit. Always late. Okay, so I'm with you on that one. All right. I try not to be late. Okay, but I live in the nice city of Toronto. It used to be beautiful, but now it's just nice. I don't know. Try walking the streets. Around Yonge and Wellesley at 3 a.m. Yeah, you'll see how nice it is. But try not to step on the needles. But the point is, the TTC, which is the public transit system for our city, and it's cost me jobs. It's cost me numerous times to be late. So I do my best there. Oh, why don't you leave ahead of time? Well, I did, asshole. I always hate when people do that too. Like, you ever have that one friend or one person that says, "Oh, you gotta plan ahead." Fuck you, okay? Fuck you, jerk off. But the point is, I don't like when people are late either. I mean, if you're on a date and someone shows up, let's say 10, 15 minutes late, I get that, But if you have a scheduled time, especially when you're meeting someone for the first time, you want to make a good impersonation. Wow. Impression too. Actually, no. If you could do both, you know what? Actually, ironically, if you show up late from now on, okay, I'm just kind of waking up here, so forgive me. But from now on, if you show up late to a date, as soon as you see the person, your punishment is you have to give a good impersonation. Okay, it could be anybody. Could be an actor, a musician, Donald Trump. Just do your best. Just gotta try not to be late. Okay, sorry. I was keeping it out of the borders. It doesn't matter. The tariffs. Big Mac attack. The point is, it's not as good as Shane Gillis. I'll give you that. But by the way, props for Shane Gillis for not going overseas there and being part of that fucking shit fest. That was at the Dubai or whatever the fuck. I mean, thank God. I mean, well, let's be honest there. I mean, if he did go over there, if he came back, good luck being a spokesman for the American beer Budweiser. So I'm sure that was part of that. But at the same time, overall, I just want to give him his props for doing that. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, nobody likes when someone is late. Okay, so if you're going to show up late. Yeah, that's the new rule, all right? New rule. That was a shitty Bill Maher. But the point is, just try not to be late. And if you do, throw in an impersonation of somebody just to kind of lighten the mood, okay? We can all do one good impersonation, okay? Like I said, actor, musician, certain people that work at Tim Hortons. The point is, just try not to be late. Easily jealous. Oh boy, that's well again. She's not going to get a date for a long time. But the point is, listen, it's hard not to be jealous. Okay, but at the same time, when you date someone, I always just say this: jump with 2 feet or don't jump at all. Be with someone because you trust them and you like them. Okay, and you can't like someone unless you trust them. Okay, I've talked to women online. And I've told them, look, I'm still friends with my ex, and then they say, well, that's not gonna work for me. I'm like, well, that's because you're a fucking idiot. Who cares if you're friends with your ex or what? I mean, trust the other person. Who cares? I mean, that's on them if they're fucking them. And if anything, if they're gonna still fuck them and you find out, it wasn't meant to be. So there you go. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. But yeah, what are you going to do? Judgmental. I think the key word in that word is mental. But that's again, that goes with the whole thing, jealousy and self-entitlement. It's all connected, folks. I mean, again, just try not to judge someone because they don't like your views. And if they don't like your views, you don't get along, you go to the next person. Whatever. It is what it is, okay? You could get rejected today, and then get your cock sucked tomorrow. It's not fast with this online dating thing. Have I done that? The point is, just try not to judge anyone and, be on your best behavior. Try to act like a gentleman if you're a guy, and be a woman if you're a woman. I mean, this day and age is 2025, so I mean, I mean, who knows who's got the who's dick and pussy that day. But the point is, just be nice. Try to be nice. That's it. Okay, like Joe Pesci in Casino. Okay, be nice. Be nice. Don't fuck up in here. Thank you. Unemployed. Okay, well, I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, if you're in your 40s and unless something is really wrong with you, yeah, you should have a job, I would say. I mean, I don't, well, I don't know, I shouldn't, I was going to say I don't understand how you can't have a job in Toronto, but I don't know, I'm fucking, I don't know, walking Danforth these days, and which is basically Greektown, and yeah, it's basically like The Walking Dead some days. So, yeah, times are tough out there. I get it. I always tell people, worst case, go on Indeed.ca. They've always provided me with good jobs. I work security, so I always find something on there. Does it always work out? Fuck no. But at the same time, there's bound to be something, you can do. So yeah, it would be nice, if you go on a date and you can offer to pay sometimes. Yeah, that would be, that'd be nice, especially with Starbucks coffee prices. Holy shit. Yeah, so that'd be nice. A nester. I'm assuming that means like they don't like to leave the house, or I don't know, they maybe show signs of being a serial killer. I don't know what that means. A nester. Okay, so maybe someone who, I'm assuming someone that doesn't want to, or doesn't ever want to leave the house. Well, yeah, I mean, for the most part, unless you have some kind of arrangement going on with the person there, I'll come over to your house to fuck. Okay, but then next week you gotta come over to my house to fuck, or something like that. I don't know, who knows? Have I done that before? The point is, for the most part, if you want to date, yeah, you do have to leave the house. You have to actually physically go outside and, do your thing. Have a good old time. It's there's a great world out there, and all that shit. And the point is, yeah, you want to go outside and do things. Okay, you can't fuck all day. Have I done that before? Absolutely. But sometimes, you got to give your joint a rest here and just go outside. Yeah, like even if you go get a burger, go see a movie, go for a walk in the park or something. Whatever. You got to be able to go outside. Okay? Come on. Make the effort. And then she says, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just do us both a favor and keep scrolling. Keep scrolling in bold letters. She finishes it the way she started it. I like that. Respect. Yeah, well, that's obviously a reference to another classic ambulance happening, of course. It is it is Toronto. There you go. Thank you. There you go. We're good? Okay. 3, 2, 1. So that's obviously a reference to good old Monopoly. Probably my favorite board game of all time. It's pretty awesome, See, that's another thing you can do. Like when you go out with someone for a while, and you can just play Monopoly, I mean, you could play Monopoly outside, but it's probably better inside. All the money will fly away, whatever, and hey, ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? What can I tell you at this point? It's I did a whole podcast here where I just put a thing on the clip from the internet, and I did one profile. I was going to do more, but fuck it. I'll keep it to a half hour. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the frustration of people. And again, I can't blame this person. I really can't. Okay? She's also looking for a chatting, friendship, long-term relationship. It's like I said, a specific list like this is going to be extremely tough to find. Okay, unless you're dating an actor or Yeah, an actor. That's pretty much it. I mean, but even I mean, most actors are under 5'11". I mean, you know, fuck. But in the end, ladies and gentlemen, again, I can't blame her. It is important to actually say, everything you want. It is a shame in many ways. I'm not saying with her, but just in general, that someone has to, like, it's so frustrating out there. You have to make a list like this specific. You can tell, she's been on more than one date in her life, and it's like, fuck it. This is what I want. If if you can't comply, bafangul. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And that's it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. It's really that simple. I mean, I played the video. I read one profile here, ranted for a little bit. I made a reference to the movie Casino. I mean, what more do you want in a podcast? So there it is. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another thrilling and exciting, godly episode, whatever, some kind of episode of Computer Love, part 63.
Hey, don't make a scene, all right?
I want to just talk.
She didn't know who to turn to.
Irish bitch.
She didn't know where to turn. She's trying to save your marriage.
Nikki, I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice. Calm. Be nice. Don't fuck up in here.
Find what I'm after.